All right, welcome everyone to the live show. Welcome to the live show. Okay, who is here with me? Let me know where you're joining from and smash that like button. Okay, welcome guys. Let's look at the market today and see what we can actually achieve today. All right, so the market has been, somehow, all right, with this drop right here. But all the same, for those who analysis were right, okay, who saw this before, it actually happened, taking advantage of it, and they are making, a lot of profit and all of that. But I see BTC going back, let's say to that $25,000 area, or even up to down to 24, before going back up. Okay, I see BTC descending to that level before going back up. But let's see. Okay, let's see how this plays out. All right, we still have our Fibonacci retracement tools on the chart. Okay, so hopefully we'll see the BTC will either bounce from either of these areas, okay? Either from the 50% level, the 618 level, or the 718 level. We are still hoping and to see how this play out. All right. So yeah, let me start with the sell. You want us to look at OXT? Okay, yes, I equally miss the OST trade, but let's look at it and see what's up with that trade. OXT USDT. Let's look at that. Yeah. Okay, the newly listed trade. Okay, this is what I was looking at initially from up here. Let's go to the 4 hours to see more. All right. Yeah, but the token actually dropped and dropped and dropped. All right. So when the token, most especially with these newly listed tokens, okay, when they actually pumped, they will have their period of dumping. And after dumping for a while, you equally see them, start reacting to that. So yeah, this actually dumped to around 0.0466, and then it has woken up from here. All right. So currently it seems that we are having like a resistance here, which is where the market is rejecting from. Okay. So we use that level as our resistance level for now, right? Because there's no much data to actually determine, what's going on with this trade right now. So yeah, we had that rejection there, and maybe a break above that area. Okay, break above that area, you should be targeting around 0.079 up to as high as, that's 0.09. All right. So that is exactly what I should be looking at for this particular trade. This is exactly what I should be looking at for this particular trade. And if I go to the Bybit exchange, you see, yeah, it's part of those tokens that are doing very well currently. Okay, the token is still actually moving to the upside and all of that. So we have the OST, we have BLZ, we have YGD. Yeah, YGD is equally another token that actually, has woken up from slumber. So yeah, YGG, USDT. Let's look at that trade right now and see what's up with the trade. Yeah, so look at that. Okay. All right. So this is the setup we're looking at right here. So if you have taken, let me go to a higher time frame. So if you have entered this trade right here, then that would have played out very well for you. All right. That would have played out very well for you. Remember, I said if you take the trade, okay, your first level here should be the 200-day moving average. And exactly at the 200-day moving average is where we rejected from, right? So yeah, if you have taken this trade from here, then this massive move here would have given you some profit. Let's see, that would have given you, you know, around 25%. Okay, 25% move to the upside. That's huge. All right, then we started rejecting at that 200-day moving average. So the entry is still very valid. All right. If we see something like this, all right, let's say we'll consolidate here for a while, and then maybe we'll get something like this and pump back up again. So this entry here at that 22 cents for the YGG is still valid. Okay, so let's see if this rejection at the 200-day moving average will actually bring us back to this support level. And then if you bring us down to that support level, then this entry here is still valid. You can still enter a trade and target this area up there and all of that. All right. So that setup for the YGG trade is still much valid, guys. That setup here, this setup here is still most valid. So yeah, if you want to stay longer in the trade, you can target as high as this level here. All right. So if we do get back up to that level, that's over 170 to 180% move in the market. That is if we get to that level, guys. Okay, 170 to 180 move in the market. But you have to be patient, all right? You have to be patient for this to actually play out, because you always see, let's say you enter a trade here, it means that you are going to wait for like it all depends, okay? It all depends on how this happens. If you enter a trade there, you're going to wait for 3 to 4 days or thereabout for that to play out, right? So it all depends on how fast, okay? How fast and how volatile this market is, how fast we move up there. But it is a gradual process, okay? It can take a day, it can take 2, it can take 3, it can take a week or even a month, okay, for this to play out. So if you want to make this massive profit in the market, you need to be patient. And in this case, you need to use a very low leverage, okay? Because you will always see, this market forming things like this, okay? Let's say it comes here, goes back up, it will always form like this, all right? This up and down until we get up to that level. So you have to be very careful when you are trading this particular token. You have to use very low leverage and, or even have a lot of capital in your account to be able to sustain that position and the rest. But if not, okay, always target to where you want to take your profit. So if you have entered here, you would have taken profit here, wait again to re-enter, take profit, just those different levels, you'll be taking profit just like that going forward. All right. So that is it with YGG. Yeah, Francis, Financial Peace. Okay, yeah, good morning and welcome to the live show, guys. Smash that like button for me, all right? Smash that like button. And the challenge of growing our account, trading futures and all of that. For all of this analysis that I do, we do use Bybit, all right? So you want to go ahead and go to the description of this video and sign up for a Bybit account if you don't have one already. Guys, do that, and then you can join my Telegram using the link there in the video description. If you are new to the channel, make sure that you subscribe, okay? Subscribe to the channel, and let's see how we can actually, grow the trading community together. All right, so yeah, we have these tokens that are topping YGG. We have the BLZ. BLZ, yeah, was a good scalp yesterday. I think BLZ gave me some money yesterday. So if you are looking at BLZ, let's equally look at that and see currently where we are right now. Now, one thing I need to let you guys know here is, it is not about jumping from one particular crypto to another. It's not about, analyzing the whole crypto, the whole coins in the market. All right. Because we do a live show here, you may have your favorite coin, some other person may have their favorite coin and all of that. We do all of the analysis together, look at entries together and all of that. But one thing I want you guys to pay attention to, okay? Choose one particular token and monitor that token for like a day, 2, 3, or a week, or even a month, and understand how that token works or how it moves. Okay. If, for instance, you've been following YGG, you would have gotten a good setup. Okay. You would have known, then, seen when YGG was down there, and you would have gotten a good setup. BLZ, we have looked at BLZ. Okay. Throughout last week, we were looking at BLZ because it has always been on the, Guinness list and all of that. We're looking at BLZ. Look at that. Okay. The setup we looked at recently was, I told you that is that you get an entry down here at the 786 level, right? Entry down here, or you get an entry at the 618 level. And what happened? All right. Initially, when we had this pump, we came back and bounced from that 618 level. And then we came back again. We are rejecting from that 618 level. So if you have been monitoring this trade, if you have been following up, okay, on all of our live signals and all of that, you would have gotten a good setup on, BLZ that would have given you a good percentage. So if you have taken this BLZ trade, okay, from here up to when it pumps to around that 11 cent or thereabout, that would have given you a 45% move. Okay, 45% move. If you are using like a 5x leverage, that is over 200 plus percent. All right. If it is a 10x leverage, that is over 400 plus percent. Okay, guys. So always pay attention to all of the analysis we do here. You can choose one or two tokens that you want to follow. Okay. Once you see a good setup for that token, go ahead and grab it, right? Go ahead and grab it. It may not be that you make money right when we are, live, but just follow that token and monitor the trades, okay? Monitor the trades. So right now, YGG is retracing. Right here, I don't know how far to retrace to, whether to get back to the 618 level or the 50% level. But right now, what I'm waiting for, if we do get back to this level, then another long setup will be, a good entry for you, okay? But remember, we still have that area up there as our resistance, and then here will equally be our temporary support aside the level we have down there and the rest. Okay, so pay attention to the BLZ trade and trade it accordingly if you want to. All right. Yeah. Good morning to the live show, Lawa. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. I'm watching from Ghana. Okay, I've been following you more than 4 years. Can you imagine? Finish. All right. Okay. You deserve an award from me. Okay. You deserve an award from me, and I'm going to do that. All right. I hope you're on the Telegram. I hope you're in the Telegram, because when I start doing giveaway, okay, you'll be the part of those that I will be considering. All right. Thank you for being here with me for this long. All right. It's actually people like you that encourage us to keep pushing. 4 years ago, I didn't have up to 10,000. I don't think so. I didn't have up to 10,000 subscribers on YouTube. I don't think so. And then on my Telegram, it was around either 50 or 100 persons. Okay. But today, gradually, we are growing. So thank you so much, Financial Peace. I do appreciate being here for this long. All right, guys. So if you are new to the channel, please do subscribe, okay? And then smash that like button, all right? Smash that like button, okay? All right, so let's look at, Freeborn, you're welcome to the live show. Let's look at Tomo. Tomo is another trade I'm trying to actually understand, okay? Another token that I'm trying to understand, but just that I've not paid attention to Tomo, okay? Because I got liquidated on Tomo once, so I just decided to fashi the trade and, to fashi that token and all of that. But yeah, Tomo is another trade that you need to pay attention to, okay? So we tested that area once, we tested it twice, and recently we've been, dragging. Tomo has been dragging, it has not gotten back up to that level, all right? So we've been trading around between this area of 1.53 to down to that area of 1.3, 1.4, and all of that. That is the area we've been, looking at. So for Tomo right now, this area here, okay, these zones here are zones of interest right now for me. So you can look at up here, this area. Let's take it from here. All right. So currently, this is the areas where we've been consolidating from. So you want to pay attention to just this area here, guys. I want to pay attention to just this area here. All right. You see, we went up, came down, went up, came down, and right now we're going up there again. So I see Tomo. For me, I see Tomo, doing something like this, coming back up here again and coming down to this trend line. Okay. This trend line is, I think I drew this from the daily time frame. Yes. So I see us coming back to this trend line. And if we finally break this area, I see Tomo going to $2 or more. All right. So what you should be looking at right now for Tomo, all right, let me give you two setup right now. So here, please do this with a very tight stop loss because Tomo can take you out of the market before you know it. Just like this, okay? You see this wick? You see this massive wick that moved to the upside. All right, this actually pumped to around 177, 1.77, and then dropped back down, right? So yeah, for this Tomo trade, I'll be looking if Tomo comes and tests this 1.3, 1.55, 1.53 level again, I'll be taking a trade to this area here. And then if we come back to that trend line, I'll be looking to take a trade to the upside from here, okay, back to that level. Until we break that level, we'll just be trading and following Tomo, whatever the way it plays us, okay, that is the same way we are going to follow Tomo, all right? So if it comes back to that area of 153, 154, 155, be looking to take a trade to the downside, okay, even up to that 156 level. Be looking to take a trade to the downside, and if it comes down to this trend line again and reject from there, look at taking a trade to the upside. All right, that is exactly what I'll be looking at for Tomo. Freeborn, if you are going to trade Tomo, that is, I'm not going to be looking for a scalp, okay, opportunity for Tomo right now, because if it is scalping, if I go to like a lower time frame, yeah, even at that, okay, even on the 15 minutes time frame, I still need Tomo to come to this area here, or maybe when it gets to 154, 155, you can start shorting. All right, 15, but I still needed to test this area here, this zone that I drew here. I still need Tomo to test that area and then retrace back, just like we rejected from there, right? So I still needed to test that area and retrace back. So on the 15 minutes time frame, you're entering for a short trade for Tomo. If you are going to trade, that should be here. All right, at that one point, our entering for Tomo here will be, what is that? Okay, this is around 1.56. Okay, if it gets to 1.56, just go ahead and be looking for a short trade. That's what I should be doing with Tomo. All right, that is what I personally will be doing with the Tomo trade. Freeborn, if you want to take that trade, go ahead and do that. All right, yeah, for Joanne, let's look at Compound Coin. Okay, let's look at Compound USDT and see what we have there with Compound USDT. Okay, let's go to a higher time frame, and this is a setup we're looking at. So if you took this trade when everything broke out, that would have hit your stop loss a day before yesterday because of what happened in the market and all of that. So this setup here is no longer valid. Let's take that away. So for Compound Coin, we'll be looking, because currently we are below the 200-day moving average, and we'll be looking for a new setup. I would have loved it if Compound Coin would have come down to this level here. right, at that, $26 level. But what's the probability that it will get there? Yeah, the chances are very high that, compound coin can actually get to that level. But in case it doesn't get to this level, guys, all right, let's just, put a support around that area for compound. And if I bring my Fibonacci retracement to, let me take it from down to that up there where we had at that $83 level. So guys, we are actually at the 7186 level, okay? 786 level, right? We are at the 786 level. So for compound coin, you should be looking for a buy trade right now. All right, Joanne, I'll be looking to enter a long trade at this 786 level, which is that, $39. All right. If compound coin gets to $39, I'll be looking to take a long trade here to the upside. That is exactly what I'll be looking at, all right? So bring your stop loss close. But if we break below that level, then you should be looking at $26, $27 level to long compound, all right? So if compound gets to $39, I'll be looking to take a long trade to the upside, okay? And that will be a swing trade, okay? That would be a swing trade for compound coin. So that is the area I'll be looking at. You can see that currently that is where we are trading. Yeah, the 786 level is that 39.2 level. Okay, 39.2 level is the 7186 level, guys. All right. So yes, 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 yes. That is what I'll be looking at for the compound coin. Prince Vincent, you're welcome to the live show. How are you doing? All right. It's been a while. I didn't see yesterday what happened. H bar. Let's look at H bar USDT, guys. H bar USDT. Okay, so yeah, we came. This is the setup we had at the 200-day moving average. We broke that, hit our stop loss, went down, okay, slightly below the trend line, guys. Okay, went slightly below the trend line that we've been looking at to bounce off from, but it seems that that trend line is still serving, okay, as a support right now. Yes, that trend line is serving as a support right now because that is where we rejected from and we started going back to the upside. Okay, so you see what I've been saying. If you are paying attention to some of these trades, some of these tokens that we analyze every day, you get to understand them. Okay, you would have seen when this rejected from this area, and this would have been a good setup for you to enter a trade to the upside. All right. So we rejected at that trend line, and currently we are slightly above this, resistance level, now becoming support. Okay. So we'll wait for this candle to close above this area before we actually look at, what we are going to be doing with H bar. Okay. So let me see if I can do a quick setup for H bar and like a limit order and see, how far that can take us to. So yeah, the setup that I'll be looking for H bar is to short H bar. Okay. Long trade will still be down there. All right. My long setup will still be down here in case we get, down to this trend line. All right. If H bar retraces down to that trend line, I will be looking for a long setup at this area for H bar, but I will equally be looking to short H bar. All right. I equally be looking to short H bar if we get to this level. Okay. So for a short setup, I'll be looking to short H bar. If we get to this, resistance level here, then I can short it to that downside. That's exactly what I'll be looking for. H bar, short the trade down here, and then put my stop loss. Let me put it above that, the other resistance level. Okay. So here, if it comes here, I can actually monitor this. Then if you push above this area, I'll look at adding to my position at this upper resistance here, right? But I see it actually testing this level, except we get that up to that level and all of that. All right. So let's see how H bar. I'm not going to long into the resistance, but let me see a rejection at that resistance, and then I'll go ahead and take a long trade. Okay. So I will just do a quick setup for H bar there and see how that plays out, guys. All right. Let's see how this will play out for us for H bar because okay, let me, yeah, the thing is, well, just if I go to the 1 hour time frame, guys, let's see if we have retest this trend line on the 1 hour. No. Okay. So you see why this our setup here is still valid. All right. This setup here is still valid because maybe on the 1 hour, it will come back and retest that level. It should be at the 200-day moving average or thereabout. So your entry can be up there. Okay. And you take a trade to the upside. Right. But on the 15 minutes, yeah, we broke. Okay. Broke that, had a retest there. Okay, so we broke, had a retest, and then we started moving up. All right, let's see. Let's just wait for H bar to come to this level. Yeah, if you want to long, do a quick scalp to that upside. You can do that if you want, but I'm not going to long into that resistance level. So I'll wait for it to reject at that resistance level. Then I'll take a trade to the downside. That's exactly what I want to see. But if we consolidate and then break above that level, then the next level you should be looking at entering a trade will be up there. Okay, will be this up level here, this other resistance here. All right, so for H bar, that is exactly what I'll be looking at for Prince Vincent. Just wait for it to play out and then you take your trades accordingly. Okay, wait for it to play out and you take your trades accordingly. All right, yeah, for let's look at first. You guys smash that like button, all right? Smash the like button, okay? For this particular trade, okay, so all right, so this token, it is its time to pump, okay? For me, I'll be looking for a long setup, guys. I'll be looking for a long setup, all right? For this trade, because it has been dumping and dumping and dumping. Let me even look at the weekly time frame. Yeah, so look at that. Look at that massive wick to the upside, guys. So since it was listed, it has been dumping and dumping. But this week, we just have tomorrow for this week to close. And I see maybe like a pin bar candle or like a hammer. Okay, we don't know yet on the weekly time frame. But let's see what this does. All right. Let's see what this does. If you are going to trade this token, remember to look at this level up there as well. Okay, so we can use here as our resistance up there. Okay, yeah, and then let me get a clearer picture on the 4 hours time frame. So yes, you should equally be looking at this level as well. But a swing trade for these guys is a long setup for me. You can enter now or wait for a little of pullback. All right, wait for a pullback. Yes, wait for a pullback. If I say wait for a pullback here, we may not get that. Okay, if I say wait for a pullback to come down to this level, I'm not sure if that will probably play out, but a little bit of pullback to this level will be 14% move. That means the market will need to dump by 14% and all of that for that to come down there. But you can actually look at these levels there, all right, 19-cent level to enter a trade to the upside. You can enter with market order right now, but if you wait for a little bit of pullback at that 19-cent, you should be entering a trade to the upside. And this is a swing trade, guys. This is going to be a swing trade. If you enter this trade, you are going to stay a little bit longer in the market if you want to make good profit. So if I enter a trade here, for instance, let's say I go ahead and enter a trade here, then I should be targeting that next resistance level there. All right. If I enter a trade at that 90-cent level, I should be looking at, targeting that next level there. Then if it gets to this level, you should be looking for a short trade from here. All right. You should be looking for a short trade from there. That is exactly what I'll be looking at. But if we break this level upward, we'll continue that trend and continue to move to the upside. So for this particular trade, it is a long setup for me. If you want to trade that, go ahead and do that. All right. After hitting my stop loss, it came and hit my take profit level. Exactly. All right. Which is why at times we are tempted not to use stop loss. All right. And that temptation is very dangerous because that day you will decide not to use stop loss is the day that you will get liquidated. Okay. So what you need to do right now is to reduce your leverage and then increase the level of your stop loss. All right. Increase the level of your stop loss. If you are always taking a trade at the support level, okay, you will be mindful of weeks like this. All right. You see this week, this is liquidity grab. Okay. It comes and grab all of your stop losses. Okay. And then get everybody liquidated and then go back up. All right. You see the same thing happened here when that, came down here. All right. So it came and grabbed all the orders here. And then what happened? It went back up and all of that. So what you need to do right now is to increase, okay, how long, the level of your stop loss. Just increase it. You can do like a 50%, all right? It may not necessarily hit your stop loss, but if you can do that, let's say you enter a trade with $50 and you do 50%, it means that you're risking $25 of that account, okay? $25 of that account. And with a lower leverage, like a 5x leverage or lower, you can stay in the market for long. And then when you start going in your favor, what happens? You can add to your position and increase your leverage. It's as simple as that, all right? It's as simple as that. So yeah, increase always look at, if you're entering at the support, give your trade, okay, a space to breathe. If you're entering at the resistance, give it a space to breathe, okay, and all of that. So yeah, that is exactly what you should be doing, Freeborn. It happens to me, not just you. It happens a lot, all right? All of the trades that closed in losses a day before yesterday, it will all hit stop losses. And what happened after all, it went back, into profit targets and all of that, okay? Yeah, for Solana, let's look at Sol USDT. Okay, smash the like button, and let's keep pushing this. All right. So Solana. So yeah, I was looking at this level. Yeah, I did enter a trade there, but that hit my stop loss. Okay, it did hit my stop loss, and currently Solana is 21.5. Okay, 21.5. If we don't hold this level, guys, if we don't hold this level here, this particular level, okay, if we don't hold where we are rejecting from, then you should be looking at Solana going back lower, going down lower, because we are below this support. Okay, is now a resistance right now. The support at the 200-day moving average is now a resistance. All right, at the moment this is going to serve as our resistance, because if we get back there and reject, then I see Solana going down and down and down and down. Okay, so for Sol, this is actually tempting. If you want to take a long trade to this level here, you can. But what I want to see play out on Solana is, if Solana comes to this level, right? If we come up here and reject this level here, if this level becomes our resistance, then we can be looking at shorting Solana from there. All right. So we can be looking at entering a short trade for Sol from here. Put your stop loss just slightly above that level, and then we can take it as far as this can carry us. And this all depends on how BTC plays out. All right. BTC is still looking very weak. I still see BTC going down to 24,000 or thereabout. But this all depends on how BTC plays out. All right. So if Solana comes up to this level and reject from this level, you want to take a trade to the downside. But right now, if you want to take a long trade for Sol from here to that level, okay, you can take from this 22.5 to that level of, 21.5, okay, to that 22.5 level. But if we reject here, guys, then be looking at taking a trade to the downside, okay? Yeah, for Prince Vincent, if you are going to trade Solana, you can enter a trade to the upside with tight stop loss, but I'll wait to see Solana come reject at this area and then take it down to the downside. That is exactly what I personally will be looking at for the Solana trade, okay? How do I manage risks based on features? Okay, a simple way to manage your risks is using low leverage, guys. In as much as we want to make money, okay, in as much as we want to make money, in as much as we want to double our account, use a very low leverage. That is number one thing. All right, use a very low leverage and don't just rush into trades anyhow. Okay, always wait for confirmations, guys. Always wait for confirmation. If you are trading, taking a trade at the support level, make sure that you are taking, entering with a very stop loss, a very tight stop loss. Okay. Now look at this. This happens a lot to me. Okay, I'll be in a trade. The trade is going against me minus $200. It's going against me minus $300. It's going against me minus $500. And because I don't want to lose that minus $500 that I'm looking at, I will not put stop loss. I will not close the trade. And then what happened? The next thing is that I will get liquidated, okay? Whether I like it or not, I will get liquidated because I've refused to close that trade. I've refused to use a stop loss and all of that, okay? Now, when you put a stop loss, instead of losing your whole account, which is $500, $100, or, maybe $200 or thereabout, maybe you would have put a stop loss to lose just $20 out of that money. You still have another money to look for more opportunity in the market. All right. You still have more money to look, for more opportunities in the market and all of that. For instance, if I'm to go long on Solana right now, okay, I go ahead and set a trade right here. All right. And then instead of setting my stop loss just slightly below, I refuse to set a stop loss there. And then Solana eventually break this level. When that happens, you'll be very optimistic that the market will come back. 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 It will come back. It will come back. It will not come back. The market will start going down, right? It will go down until it gets to $20 or $15. It will go down until Solana will get to maybe $10 or $12 or thereabout. By then, you would have been liquidated already. You would have lost the whole of that account, that money, and you will not have another money to start trading again. So the most important thing here is whenever you're entering a trade, always use stop loss. Okay, always use stop loss. The reason why we don't use stop loss, just like Freeborn just mentioned, okay, it went and hit your stop loss, and it came back to hit your take profit target. Now, when you use a very low leverage, you will be able to stay very long, okay, in the market, because even when you're seeing the minuses, you will not be shaking. All right, you'll be able to stay very long in the market, and when it finally goes and come back, it will come and hit your take profit. So if you're using a 2x leverage on a $100 account and you enter a trade with that $100, okay, and the trade moves by 2%, 2%, okay, in spot will be 4% in futures because you are using what? 2x leverage. Okay. If you are using like 3x leverage, 2% move in spot will be how money? 6% move in leverage in futures because you are using a 3x leverage. So making 3 times the amount of money you are normally supposed to make on the spot market, okay, just buying with your normal capital and selling and all of that, will be 3 times that amount of money, which is something. So, guys, the first thing you need to do is to use a very low leverage and then always see opportunity to enter a trade with your whole capital. For instance, this is for those who are trading with anything $10, $20, $100, even if it is up to $1,000. Okay, enter a trade, get a good setup, enter a trade with the whole of your capital, and out of your $1,000, make up your mind that this trade I'm entering, because futures trading is not like ETF, okay? It's not ETF where you must always get somebody ready to sell. Okay, for you to buy, once you click on that buy button, it means that there is somebody on the opposite direction that wants to sell. So it is a trade, a competition between the two of you. So if the other person loses, you win. If the other person wins, you lose. So it will always happen like that. There is no way you and I will enter a trade, okay? We are going to trade. Yeah, I'm going to sell a particular token and you are going to buy that particular token. So it's either it goes in your favor and it goes against me, or it goes in my favor and goes against you. So when you are winning a trade, some other person is paying for that. And when you are losing a trade, it means that you are paying for some other person's win. Okay, so if you have $1,000, $100, make up your mind that if I enter this trade right now, this is how much I can bear as a loss. Okay, if it is $1,000, once this trade goes against me minus $50, I am out of that trade. It's as simple as that. All right. So, Helen, that is basically what you need to do. So, start with a very low leverage and always be willing to lose a certain amount of money of your trading capital. Okay, that is basically aside, other things like managing your emotions, your psychology, and all of that. This is the basic. Always use stop loss. That stop loss means that if I enter this trade, I want to lose $10. If I enter this trade, I'm ready to lose $5 in case it goes against me. Trading is other probability. It's not, certain that I say Solana will come here and dump from here. It is not certain. Solana can come here, break this level, and start going up. All right. Okay, enough of that. So that is it for risk management for Helen Milan, right? Okay, yeah, let's go to CAS USDT. Let's look at CAS USDT and see what's happening, guys. Okay, I made a lot of losses, guys. I made a lot of losses, seriously, guys, the day before, because I had over 10, I think it was around 12 pending trades. 12 pending trades, and majority of them hit stop losses, while those that were on isolated mode actually got liquidated. I didn't use stop loss, so I got liquidated. I feel like crying. Should I cry? Should I cry for you guys? Okay, so for cars, Vincent, I don't know what you're looking at for this particular token. This move here would have given us a lot of profit and all of that. So yeah. So if we bring a trend line here, so cars was dumping, and then eventually we broke that trend line. Yeah, eventually we broke that trend line. So if you want to wait here, a new entry for you will be somewhere around here. Let's say we come retest that trend line at the 1 hour time frame. Okay. If we come retest that trend line at the 1 hour time frame, that should be when you'll be looking for a new entry. Yeah. So if this actually comes back down this way, all right, maybe there you'll be looking for a new entry to the upside. All right. So this is exactly what I'll be looking at for this particular trade. Vincent, okay, if you're going to trade cash, this is what I'll be looking at. All right. This is exactly what I will be looking at. And if I go ahead and look at that token, let me see how much has been done, the turnover on the Bybit exchange. Okay, yeah, we have 6.5 million, 24 past 24 hours, okay, and it has been up by 15%. So just wait for a pullback, okay? Wait for a pullback and you take a trade to the upside, guys. Wait for a pullback and you take a trade to the upside. All right. So AKRO, let's equally look at that quickly before we go into analyzing it. We have 13.6 million or 13.3 million in that trade. And yeah, it on the beginners list. Let's see. It should be. Yeah, it is there. 92 cents. So let's look at the token and see AKRO USDT. Right. So what are we looking at? We had a lot of setup here, but which one played out? Okay. So we're looking for a short trade up there and then a long trade down here. But I don't know. This trade, this token has been doing something that I don't really understand. Okay, so we can look at this area as our support level because we didn't get to that 50% level, which I was looking at, all right? And then we'll look at this area as our resistance level, all right? So you'll be looking at taking a trade in between these areas. So yeah, this setup is no longer valid. Let's see until we get to that up level there. This came, touched this level, rejected, this touched this level, rejected. This was like a week down there, and then it rejected. So currently we are in the middle of this level. If I go to 15 minutes time frame, let's see. So we are just in the middle of in between these two levels, guys. We are just in the middle of these two levels. All right. So for me, for Vincent, what I'll be waiting is to short if we get up here. All right, with tight stop loss at the top there, or to long if we get down there. Okay, so if we go there, I will long, I will short. Then if we come down here, I will long from here to that level. Until we break above this level, this is exactly what the setup I'll be looking at for this particular token. All right. So I can't say short now because two things will happen. All right. Is either it goes up this way or it comes down this way. So I can't say short or long right now. But this is the setup I'm looking at. All right. If we get to that level, take a short. If we get to this level, take a long. All right, that is exactly what I will looking to play out for that particular trade right now, guys. Okay, that is exactly what I'll be looking at to play out on this particular trade right now. Okay, yeah. So the Bybit trading competition is still ongoing, and this will be coming to an end 7 days from now, I guess. Yeah. Next weekend, that is when this competition is coming to an end, guys. I want to, be the winner of that Lamborghini. All right. I want to be the winner of this Lambo. The Lambo is what I'm interested in, guys. All right. How many of us participated in this competition? A lot of us were complaining that, okay, 8 days from now, yes, 8 days from now, this will be coming to an end, okay? How many of us participated in this ongoing competition? Please let me know on the chat if you did. If you participated, let me know on the chat, guys. Let me know on the chat. Part of the top 10, I'm not yet. I'm not there yet. Okay, I'm still on number 55. I'll be 54 thereabout. How many of us participated in this trading competition? Nobody? Nobody? How many of us are among the people on my squad? Okay, so the Lambo giveaway will be on the 24th of August. All right, so I'll let you know that is next week. Okay, I'll let you know, guys, when the live stream is, when they are doing the live stream and all of that, I will let you guys know. Okay. Free burn, I feel like crying. Actually, if I tell you how much I actually lose in all of those trades, you'll be like, why was I so stupid? Okay, why was I so stupid and all of that? All right, so yeah, I won't cry. Okay, I won't cry because you have plenty of us, your children, that already training who will make you proud. Okay, yes, definitely. Okay, definitely, yes. I want to say, the next coming, what I want to say is I want to create, have the community of traders that I will, be going into competitions with. For instance, I just mentioned the Bybit trading competition. All right, it wouldn't have been a crime that we are at the top one. Okay, the top one trader, the top one squad or the team members. Okay, the top one squad there is going home with around $1 million. All right, let me show you that. Top one person there is going home with around $1 million out of this 8 million. All right. So if you come down here, look at this person. Okay, this is the person topping. Yeah, this is the person topping right now, and you see the reward they're going home with is around $864,000. $864,000. So it means that before this competition comes to an end, maybe they will make it up to $1 million or even $900,000. So yeah, and the team members are just 1,587. Okay, so a certain percentage will come to the squad leader, and then the remaining will be splitted among others, among the team members. So you can imagine splitting 800 among 1,000 persons, and they might have made profit. Okay, as you can see here, the squad PNL is around 1,400 plus. Okay, and all of that. So the second person here will be going home with around $486,000, and then the 10th person here will be going home with around $180,000, and there are just 12 persons in his squad, okay, in his team. So you can imagine, dividing 180,000 among these 12 persons. All right. So that is exactly what we are looking at. Okay. So we do for Bybit competition when they come up with their competitions. I have a lot of traders that can go there, shake the table, they make some money. And then when some other exchanges do their own competition, we just go there, shake the table, okay, make the money and get away. That is exactly what we are looking at, right? That is a community we are trying to grow here in the future. All right. Okay. Risk management, Helen Milan. I don't know if you understood what I explained. You want me to turn today's class to just teaching risk management alone? I just explain what you should start with. Okay. Start with the basic of using stop losses. That is basically part of risk management. Okay. Start with the basis of always using stop losses. Or you want me to tell you how much you should be risking and all of that? Then you should, that will be a separate class separately. Okay. What I will have to tell you is, it is always said that always risk 1 or 2% of your trading capital, but that doesn't apply to everybody. Okay. Some persons trading capital at 10,000, maybe it's $10,000, $100,000, and all of that. When you say risk 1% or 10% or 2%, okay, in that amount of money, it makes sense. Okay. When you tell somebody who is trading with a $100, a $10, a $20 trading capital to risk 1%, it doesn't make any sense to me. So personally, okay, what I do is if your trading capital is $10 and your trading capital is $100, your trading capital is $20, what I do is look for a good setup that will give you some profit. Enter the trade with the whole of your capital. All right. Enter the trade with the whole of your capital on isolated mode. And then put your stop loss to raise. If it is that 1% that you want to raise, put your stop loss that when it goes against you by minus 1%, you raise that amount of money. Okay. Put your stop loss that if it goes against you minus 2%, you raise that amount of money. So if it is 1% of $10 you want to raise, fine. If it goes against you by that minus 1%, you are out of the trade. If it is 10% or 2% of your $10 or your $100 you want to raise, do that. Okay. The basic of risk management is always using stop loss. And using that stop loss, it means that you need to know how much you are willing to lose per trade whenever you enter a trade. Okay. So I don't want to go into the calculation of, position size, okay, by, your risk management, your risk appetite. I don't want to go into that, but just always use stop losses. All right. You can enroll for the course and, get a risk management strategies there for all of that. But basically on this live stream, use stop loss. That is just the basic truth. Okay. If you don't use stop loss, you'll be losing money. All right. Okay. So let's look at WU USDT. Let's look at WU, and then that will be my last token for today. And, every other discussion will continue on the Telegram, guys. If you're not on the Telegram group, go to the link, all right, description of this video and join the Telegram, guys. Yeah. So for WU, I was looking for a setup up there which didn't play out. Stop losses, liquidations everywhere. Okay, yeah. So this token, look at higher time frame. Okay. All right. So on the daily time frame, we can aside this area down here, right? This is another support level. So we are currently at this support level here on the daily time frame. All right. And the daily time frame, we are creating like, this head and shoulder pattern here and all of that. So will this go up or will it come down? I don't know. Will it go up or will it come down? That is what I personally don't know. Okay. So a break of this trend line and maybe this area here, once we break, change it. Let's say we have Okay. So a break of this trend line, guys, would be a good setup for this wood trade. Let's say we break above that level, come back, that will be your area for a long trade. So your entry will still be at this support level right here. Okay. Yeah, marvelous. If you want to trade wool, I'll still be looking for a setup. If I go to lower time frame like the 15 minutes time frame, okay, I'll still be looking for a setup down there. All right, sorry. Still be looking for a setup down here. All right. So let's assume that this is a retest on the 15 minutes time frame of this trend line, but will it hold? Will it sustain that level? That is what I don't know yet. Okay. So if we come back and reject at that level again, that is when you want to enter a trade and then target this, level here. Except we break that level, then you can take a trade to the upside. Okay. If we break this level, then you can take a trade to the upside. So for wood, that is what I'll be looking at. But a good entry would have just been at this level here. All right. At that support level would have been a good entry for the wood trade. Okay. So if you want to wait for that to retrace back to that level, fine, you can do that. But if not, that is exactly where you should be looking to take a long trade to the upside. Okay. Either at the trend line here up or down there, depending. All right. Just look at it and see how it plays out. Okay. If wood plays out down to this level, you take a trade to the upside. If it comes and reject at this trend line, you take a trade to the upside. That is what I'll be looking at for the wood trade. Okay. So yeah, we are currently at a support level. So you should be looking at picking trades down there, right? Look at picking trades down here, going up. But if you break that below this level, okay, if BTC continues to do what it's doing right now, and we break below this level, then the next level we should be looking for a long setup will be at this 11-cent level. All right, 11-cent level will be a good area for you. And then 15 cents will be, okay, that's 0.158 will equally be another setup for a long trade. All right. So for wood, that is exactly what I'll be looking at, guys. That's exactly what I'll be looking at for the wood trade. So if you enter a trade, you can do a swing trade and target up to that 200-day moving average. If that plays out, okay. If that continues to go up, that should be your target for take profit. Okay. Thank you everyone for being here. All right. Helen, I don't know if you're on the Telegram. I have a write-up that I'm going to share on the Telegram about risk management. So yeah, I will share that file on the Telegram for free. Okay, so you can download and go understand how to manage your risks, how to calculate your position sizing, and all of that. So I'll talk about that. I'll make a PDF file and send to the Telegram, so you can go get that there. Okay, read through it, and then if there is anything you don't understand, ask questions on the Telegram, and I'll be able to provide answers there. Okay, guys. So look at all the tokens that we have looked at today. All right. And monitor them. Don't rush into trades. Okay, and always use tight stop loss, guys. We need to be using. Let's start applying, stop losses so that we'll be able to stay, have more money to trade again. Okay, in the market and all of that. Right. So thank you for being here with me. Smash that like button, and I will see you guys on Monday. All right. Our next stream will be on Monday, guys. So I'll see you guys on Monday. Have a wonderful weekend. We may have a dump this weekend. We may have a pump this weekend. And remember, September is somehow a very funny month for crypto. So if we continue to dump, guys, there are levels we are looking at, okay, 24,000, 22 up to, that level of $19,000. All right, in case we get down to that level. But if not, the sky, our limit is beyond the sky. So guys, thank you for being here. Smash that like button before you leave. Okay, have a profitable weekend and see you guys next week on